Written by Ernest Hemingway and published in 1952, The Old Man and the Sea is one of the simplest and most profound novels ever written. Short, spare, and brimming with quiet strength, it tells a story of endurance, dignity, and the unbreakable spirit of a man facing the vastness of nature. It is both a fisherman's tale and a universal parable, stripped of ornament yet heavy with meaning, a meditation on what it means to struggle and to endure. Once upon a time, in a small Cuban fishing village, there lived an old fisherman named Santiago. For 84 days he had returned from the sea empty-handed. Others whispered that his luck had run out, that he was too old, too frail, too finished. But in his weathered heart burned the same fire that had carried him across decades of tides, faith in the sea and faith in himself. The younger fisherman laughed, but one boy still believed. His name was Manolin. Though his parents had forbidden him from sailing with Santiago, Manolin stayed close, carrying bait, bringing food, listening to the old man's stories, and learning not just about fishing, but about courage. On the 85th day, Santiago set out alone. The sun rose over the water, and so did his hope. Far from shore, his line caught a giant marlin, so immense, so magnificent, that Santiago knew this was no ordinary fish. It was not simply prey, but a worthy rival, a mirror of his own endurance. The sea had given him an opponent that demanded not only strength, but soul. For 3 days and 3 nights, the old man battled the marlin. The line cut into his hands, the salt burned his skin, exhaustion gnawed at his body. Yet he held on, speaking to the fish as if it were a brother, honoring its strength even as he sought to master it. He whispered to himself that a man can be destroyed but not defeated. And with every hour he proved the truth of those words. In the vast silence between him and the marlin, there was also kinship, a recognition that they were both creatures of the same sea, bound by the same will to survive. At last, Santiago struck the final blow. The marlin, majestic, enormous, beautiful, was his. He lashed it to his boat and turned for home, not knowing that his greatest trial was yet to come. For the blood of the marlin drew sharks, and one by one they came, relentless, merciless, devouring. Santiago fought them with harpoon, with oar, with bare fists, but the sea's law is eternal. Nothing won is kept without a cost. By the time he reached shore, the marlin was gone, stripped to bones, a skeleton glistening in the moonlight, both a loss and a monument. Weary, broken, Santiago staggered to his hut and collapsed into sleep. He had lost the flesh of his prize, but not his dignity, not his spirit. And in the morning, it was Manolin who came. Manolin who saw the ruined hands. Manolin who wept not out of pity, but out of love. The villagers had once thought the old man defeated, but the boy knew better. Santiago had not brought home meat, but he had carried back something deeper, proof that true triumph lies not in victory, but in endurance, courage, and the unyielding will to keep fighting even when the world seems impossible. And so, Hemingway's tale reminds us, life is a sea, vast and indifferent. Winds are fleeting, losses are certain, but what defines us is how we struggle, how we endure, and how we honor the battles that shape us. For every person carries a marlin inside them, some challenge that demands everything and gives nothing back except meaning. Think The Old Man and the Sea is too small a story. Think again. Within these slim pages, you'll feel the weight of the ocean, the ache of human struggle, and the dignity of a soul refusing to give up. Hemingway doesn't just tell of a fisherman. He tells of all of us, each of us fighting our own marlin, carrying our own scars and finding meaning in the fight itself. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our travel through The Old Man and the Sea, subscribe to join me on more journeys through the world's greatest novels.